Well, it is not August 1st. This is not a Buoy 10 update, but I figured I'd do a couple of videos here leading up to August 1st and the Buoy 10 opener. As you can see, it's boat prep time. I'm up here in the high Cascades right now getting ready for Buoy 10, but I'm out trout fishing. In fact, take a look at this. Here, I'm in the shop getting ready. This is my pontoon boat, the Bubba boat that I take out to do all my trout fishing. Almost done with that boat. Time to get it put away here in about a week and get this one here all up and ready and going. So I figured I would talk a little bit. Stay. Yeah, we're good. Cool. Talk a little bit about this season, kind of what we're expecting and how we're going to prepare for hopefully another successful Buoy 10 season. Let's start with predictions. What is going to happen this year? So the coho return is expected to be down this year compared to last year, but in all honesty, we had a few good days of coho, but it wasn't all that great. Chinook numbers are actually supposed to be up about 50,000. Now, to put that in perspective, 50,000 more Chinook is pretty much our entire run forecast for spring Chinook in the Willamette. So when I say that there's 717,000 Chinook forecasted to come back, and that's a 50,000 increase from last year, prediction, keep that in mind. That 50,000 increase is as many springers as we had forecasted for the entire Willamette River. Yeah, it's going to be a good year if the prediction comes through. As far as the coho numbers go, like I said, those numbers are supposed to be down from last year, about 400,000. But to put that in perspective, I have had years where, or I guess we all have, where the forecast has been, say, 200, 300,000 for coho, and then we get almost 1 million. And conversely, we've had forecasts of 800, 900,000 coho and only got 200, 300,000. So coho numbers, who the heck knows? What have we seen so far this summer? Now, I haven't been out there at all yet. I've been up here doing the high Cascade thing, catching a lot of little trout and kokanee. But my buddies are out there fishing in the ocean. It's been probably one of the better ocean fisheries that they've seen in a long time as far as consistency and number of fish. That's great. Also, they're not as far offshore. We've had years, I think it was 2-3 years ago, we had to go out to like 600 feet of water just to even find some fish. But now they're a little bit closer in, you're not burning as much fuel, and there's plenty of them out there. So that's great. In fact, today, July 18th, we have actually already heard a buddy of mine got a couple coho above the bridge in the river already. And there's a pretty decent bite, and it's not even the best tides up above the bridge. So that's great too. Now those are late springers, those are the fall run, early fall run, and of course we're right in the middle of the summer Chinook run as well. So you have 3 different groups, classes of fish all coming together at one time, and we've had in the past, when it has been open above the bridge there in July, phenomenal fishing. But it doesn't happen very often anymore. But the guys are catching fish in the river already above the bridge, and they're catching fish in the ocean. Both very, very good signs. So let's talk a little bit about the regulations for this year and what to expect. The regulations, we're going to be able to keep any Chinook we want from August 1st to the 6th. I don't know entirely how I feel about that. I'm concerned that with looking at the tides look pretty good that first week. I'm a little bit concerned that we might handle too many wild Chinook. And if they're trying to protect the tule stock or whatever else they're trying to protect that 1st to the 6th with a lot of handle and a lot of wild fish being retained with those tides, I'm concerned that it might affect our other retention later on and into our September seasons. But fingers crossed, there's plenty of fish surplus, so not even a concern. We'll just have to wait and see. Every year is different. So 1st to the 6th, during that time where it is open for wild retention for Chinook, not coho. Coho is always hatchery. But that 1st to the 6th should be pretty darn good with the tides that we have forecasted. They're small tides, and the last couple of days are our first 2 days of growing tides. That should be tongue point above the bridge. That should be really good. It should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. But then we get into pretty much the 6th through the 12th, 13th. Those tides are going to be tougher. They're morning outgoes, they're minus tides, they're big tides, 6 to 8 footers. Not just 6, but 8, 9 footers. They're pretty big, so those are going to be some tougher tides where maybe we're trying to slip out in the ocean. If the ocean isn't too big and that ebb flow isn't lumping up the bar too much, I might try and sneak out for a few days out there because the river might be a little slower inside during that 6th to the 12th, 6th to the 13th. But then as the tides start to drop after the 13th, it should be pretty good again. We should be catching plenty of fish back in the river, and we'll just grind away at finding our hatchery fish until we reach the 26th. And at the 26th, that's when it goes back to wild retention of Chinook all the way through Labor Day weekend on into September 6th. So that's going to be just incredible. If we get that full season, it's going to be excellent. And with 718,000 Chinook coming back, we should be okay. It's just a matter of how many fish we handle and how many fish we come across. It's going to be a good season for sure. Now, as far as water temperature goes, that's going to make things a little bit different. We've already seen water temps in Columbia pushing 70 or even a little more. That's going to create that thermal barrier and keep fish down lower in the system, so we may not be fishing up by the bridge as much. We might be down by Church Hole, Hammond, Checkerboard, those areas a little bit more this year because of that hotter water pushing down further. But on those bigger tides, they're just going to follow just like in years past. We find that temperature range where they're liking to hang out and just keep following that temperature up and down river throughout the tides. But total between Chinook and Coho forecast, 1.2 million salmon coming back through the mouth of the Columbia River in a matter of essentially 45, 60 days. Yeah, I think we all got a good chance to catch a fish. What do you think? Yeah, it's going to be good. So, yeah, that water temp's going to be an issue. Plenty of fish. Tides that, like I said, 6th to the 13th, that might be a little bit rough. Maybe try and slip out in the ocean. As we get later on in the month, there's just going to be a surplus of fish, so tides won't matter quite as much. Oh, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, you can tell I'm working on my boat. I got rods and gear and tackle everywhere right now. So I'm going to be working on my boat here, and as I get more stuff put away and ready, I'll start going over how the boat's laid out. I'm getting a lot of questions about the active target with Lowrance, how to mount it, why it's there, everything else. We'll talk about that. We'll go through my gear, how I'm getting everything else set up for the ocean and the river, making a couple changes to some of my gear for this year, just trying to make everything a little bit simpler, easier, and just basically be able to control the chaos when all the rods are getting bit. Let's see, and we'll go through hardware, we'll go through lures, we'll go through the mulky blades, the spin fish, the new cut plugs, we'll go through how the boat's laid out, how to again organize that chaos so that way everything's in its place, you know where to go when all the rods are getting bit and fish are flopping around all over the place. And then as we get towards Buoy 10 itself, we'll start getting more detailed into colors, scents, so on and so forth, what we're seeing those first few days. I'm going to be down there on July 29th. Yeah, July 29th. And then I fish the 30th and 31st doing sturgeon and offshore out salmon fishing. And then August 1st, here we go, man. It's coming up real quick. I know today's July 18th, but man, it's going to happen really, really fast. This next couple weeks is going to blow by. So actually, that's one thing I should do. I should do here's a breakdown of everything that you need to make sure that you have ordered and purchased, because I've been ordering stuff for Buoy 10 since February, and I'm still missing a few things. So if you guys are waiting, try and get your stuff right away, and we'll talk about how to get it, what to get it, who's the best companies out there for shipping stuff when you're down at the coast already. But if you haven't bought your stuff yet, get on it. Get on it. Shameless plug, those guys, Fish Be, oh, look at that right there. They're doing a 12th anniversary. Congratulations, Hyben. Nice work. They're doing a 12th anniversary sale right now, 15% off, over $200. Guess what? With Pro Trolls and Fish Flash, you're gonna buy 10 of them, you're over $200. And they actually ship out lead too, really cheap. So if you guys are looking for 12s, 14s, even 16s, 18s, whatever you need, get it done now, order your stuff now. So maybe that's what I do first, is I'll try and do a breakdown of gear and everything that we have in the boat, and the colors that we're looking for flashers, for spinner blades, for spin fish, for the cut plugs. We'll go through all that stuff so that way you guys can get everything ordered up before the August 1st opener, because that first week should be pretty good. Okay. Oh man, I gotta show you guys this chaos. Come take a look at this. I'm trying to get stuff ready, but look at all that junk. Look at all that junk. Look at all this. I got so much work to do. So with that, I'm going to sign off, and I will see you guys probably the next couple days, and I will let you know what to order. We'll go through colors, we'll go through scents, we'll go through gear, we'll get everything all figured out, so that way you guys can get your stuff ordered up and in hand before the August 1st opener. I need to go find batteries, load up that box full of a bunch more noose rigs, tie up a bunch more rods. Yeah, check med kits, and you check fire extinguishers, life jackets, batteries. Make sure everything's perfect on the motors, because when you're offshore and when you're gonna work 60 days straight, everything has to be perfect. So back to work for me, and we will see you guys very soon. Daily updates coming. Oh, that's what I should say. If you guys need to prepare for this upcoming season, I literally have a decade's worth of these buoy tent updates on the YouTube channel. And also we have full seminars on how to fish it on the YouTube channel. We have how to cross above the bridge on the YouTube channel. We do a full breakdown on the entire 40 square mile fishery on the YouTube channel. It's all there. So if you guys need to do any prep work, and little word to the wise, there's something called AI that might be able to help you break that stuff down and condense it and get you exactly what you're looking for pretty quick. I know it's scary, but it kind of helps too. All right, time to get back to work. We'll see you guys very soon. Oh boy, here we go. Can't wait.